Jamie. Okay, so
Can anyone hear us now?
Sound?
We're trying to get it fixed. Can anybody tell us if we got it fixed?
Sound fix. Sorry if that was loud.
Ah,
Do we have any sound?
no sound.
I don't.
No sound?
No.
Weird. Okay.
Oh boy. Okay.
Video and audio.
Oh wait,
are
we
good.
got
There we
yes.
go.
Video and audio are good.
Yeah. Okay.
I hope there's not a short in that mic or something, because it is weird that we didn't actually change settings.
Yeah, we didn't change any settings yet. It started working. So.
I don't know.
Okay. So just
All right.
thanks for your patience, guys.
Some people say there's no sound still.
But there's a lot
Most-
of
mostly
lot of
people
yeses.
say it's good.
If
Okay.
you don't have sound still, refresh the page because most people are getting sound. So.
Yeah, it sounds like hopefully there should be audio running.
Yay!
Well, yeah, it's helpful when Peter's here, but today he's not going to be here. Unfortunately, hopefully next time.
He's at home sleeping because they've been really busy. Like so many projects going on this month.
Which we're going to tell them all about.
We are going to tell them all about, but
Aren't we?
just to let him recharge a bit, we're going to let him sleep.
I just realized you have a nice like holiday shirt on.
I do.
What's with Evolutions?
Aw.
That's fantastic. I got jealous. I want a cool sweatshirt.
Okay.
All
Christmas is coming.
right, so our names are above us, but we'll introduce ourselves anyway, along with a couple projects that we've been in. How about that? That's fun, right?
Sure.
We gonna do that? All right, and then we'll get to questions. We'll talk about upcoming projects. I promise. Would you like to start, G-Buns?
Okay. Hi guys. I'm Gwen.
Hi, Gwen.
I was just most recently in the Little Nightmares musical.
Mm-hmm.
I played Six. I've also been in Tattletale. I was the voice of Mama, and I was in
Song of the Slugs.
Song of the Slugs,
Friday
Friday the 13th, and Senpai Noticed Me.
Yes.
Long time ago. Jeez.
I was gonna say, like, that was like the first time we worked together was on Senpai Noticed Me.
It was.
You're Info-chan.
Yes, and Shut Up Info-chan lasted about 2 months.
It did.
And then it faded away. It was nice.
I was gonna say we should bring that back. Shut up, Info-chan.
We would replace its common knowledge. You don't want to replace
It's
that.
true. Which is funny because I didn't really think about the fact that you were Info-chan and now we make jokes about, oh, that's common knowledge. She says things that are like, you would Google search that and dig through Wikipedia and things like that. And she's like, oh, that's common knowledge. And we're like, is it? Like, how many people know that? So you do. So that's Gwen. Who are you?
I'm Nate.
No, you're not.
Oh, okay.
He is. He's actually Nate.
I am Dr. Eggman in Needle Mouse and in Sonic Boom.
Uh-huh.
I was the judge and Dr. Hottie in Phoenix Wright.
And Professor Layton.
And Professor Layton. Well, I was going to say, I was Professor Layton in the Professor Layton musical
Uh-huh.
as well. I was Tingle in the Tingle musical. And I'm Ivan Austral / the Shovel Werewolf in our Shovel Werewolf series.
Yeah, you kind of play yourself in Honey Pop.
Yeah, that's true. I did play
You're a lot more
myself.
patient in the Honey Pop in the
In
musical.
Honey Pop.
Yeah, in real life, if that was going on, you would have been like done. Like, I'm not hanging out with this weird fairy thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm moving on. And I'm AJ. You probably could tell by the words above the screen, but also because my face is on a lot of the videos here. So recently, I was in Friday the 13th. Kindergarten. Like 100 times. Everyone in Kindergarten the Musical is played by me. But I'm also in stuff like FNAF the Musical and Purple Guy, and I'm in our Hello Neighbor song. Speaking of Hello Neighbor, we're going to do more Hello Neighbor, so maybe we'll tell you a little bit about that. Because the game comes out this month, or is already out. Uh-oh, which is it? It can't already
I don't
be
think
out.
it's already out.
I was going to say the month is too early. Okay, well, it's coming out, and I'm really excited about that still. Yeah, so anyway, welcome to our live chat today.
And just because I did see like 3 people ask it, yes, AJ and I are now engaged and we're very excited.
We are. It's gonna be so fun. We're so dorky together. This is the kind of marriage I always wanted to have.
Aww.
Wah. She's even wearing our Foxy shirt today.
Yes, I am. Mm-hmm. It seemed fitting. It's cute. I like it.
Wah. Okay, so anyway, if you got a question, I know it says it in the little bar below. You're gonna ask question, all caps, and then put your question after it, so we can find it more easily. And we'll start even with that one right there from Satan 666. I don't feel especially flattered that Satan is in our chat, but it's a great question. Question: do you have a Discord? I just heard.
Yeah, Mr. Meows is vocal.
Do we have a Discord? I wish Peter was here because Peter has been all about Discord. Like, he's been working hard setting us up a Random Encounters Discord. We do have one right now, but it's private, and it's for Patreon encounters at the moment. But knowing how much people like Discord and how excited we are to kind of more actively interact with you guys, Peter has been driving forward making a public Discord that would be free and open for everybody. So I don't know when the deadline is. I know he would like to do it as soon as possible. So maybe by the end of this month, probably the beginning of January, we'll launch officially a Random Encounters Discord server, and it'll be open for everybody. There will still be a private one for Patreon that will be voice enabled. So if you want to actually physically chat with people, you'll want to do the Patreon tier, which we're not asking a ton for, but I understand there's any money at all having to donate every month is maybe enough of a barrier that you want to stick with just the traditional Discord. Yeah. Anybody got anything they want to say about that? No? Okay.
You covered it.
All right. Well, we'll make sure to announce it. Peter has been really hyped about when can we push the Discord server? When can we start doing that? So there will be a video announcement, and we'll see. How many of you guys want to jump over and talk on Discord? Let's see. Other questions.
I was gonna say the preface question of if your question is will we make blank musical?
Right.
Fill in the blank with whatever you're asking to for us to make. The answer is always maybe.
Yeah.
We might make it. We're not gonna rule anything out. So you can just not ask that question and find something cool.
Confirmed musicals that we can tell you about. Maybe we should do that right now.
Yeah.
Cuphead.
Cuphead. Everyone
Cuphead
knows we
musical.
are making Cuphead. It is.
We'll come back to that. Why it's
Yeah.
not done yet, but so Cuphead is confirmed. That's happening. It's already underway. There are voices recorded for it. Super Mario Brothers musical. We are working on. We have some costuming started for that, and even a little bit of music begun. What else?
Hello Neighbor.
Hello Neighbor is underway, doing a second one, and this one is going to be holiday themed. So you might see that as early. No. I need to learn not to throw dates out.
You'll
the
see
moment-
It'll be
It'll
out
come.
this month.
Before Christmas, hopefully.
Yes, before Christmas.
Yeah. Sorry about that. I have a really bad habit of trying to put an ambitious date forward, and then we struggle to meet it, and then people feel lied to because I blabbed something with my big mouth that sounded like a good idea, and then we didn't get it done in time. So soon is a good date. Mm-hmm. What else are we doing?
Non-musical wise, there's going to be a Shovel Werewolf Christmas special.
Yes,
this
that's
month,
coming very soon
which
as well.
will meet its deadline of December 24th, so Christmas Eve. There will be a holiday Christmas special.
It'll be really
The
exciting,
Shovel
guys.
Werewolf. I think you guys.
This is the
will
most active episode.
It is.
ever.
It is a very active, involved episode, and I think people will like it.
Yeah.
So.
And I don't know if
Fun.
it's spoilers given the finale, but he's not in the lab for this is one of the first times he's not in there at all.
Yeah. If you saw the finale, you know that he finally escaped the lab.
Yeah.
And this episode is not in the lab, so that'll be interesting to see him in an environment that's not the lab.
Yeah. It was
time
really
this
fun
season.
actually to film because of that too.
Yeah.
Going we have the freedom of taking this guy pretty much anywhere that we need to, and he's not restricted by the four walls he's been stuck in. So it's getting interesting, and it does have story developments, so don't miss it. And then Splatoon. We're still doing Splatoon, but that's kind of backburnered at the moment. We've got kind of a cast together, and we got costuming moving on it, but I haven't done any music, so it's in the distance, but we'd love to come back and get Splatoon finally, because it's one of my favorite games ever.
Before we get this one, I saw one. Mercedes Mulligan asked if there's going to be a Friday the 13th bloopers. There is, right?
It's already up.
Yeah.
It's already up. Yeah, go to you can either find it on the page, our page individually, or if you go to the end of the Friday the 13th musical, there should be a card there to click on it to watch the bloopers.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
It's been up for a month. Or
Yeah, it
more.
came out the week after, so.
Yeah.
But it is there. You can find it.
We try to do usually a blooper reel the week after. The one thing is that aside from Papers, Please, I feel like there's almost always a blooper reel. Bendy didn't have one because it was stop motion. But to be honest, that's not going to stop us with Cuphead. Even with Cuphead, which is animated, we're still doing a blooper reel, which is going to be really fun. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's going to be really funny.
It'd be
though.
like when Pixar animates their blooper reels and they're weird.
Well, we've been letting the voice cast kind of dictate the bloopers. So it's not going to be probably visual mistakes. It'll be like they say the wrong lines or things like that. It's gonna be funny though.
Oh, I'm excited.
Yeah,
That's gonna be awesome.
I'm excited. Okay, so who wants to read this one? We got a super chat.
Super chat, RoboPlayer, thank you for your donation.
Absolutely.
Question was, can you do a Parkour the Musical?
Parkour the musical.
Is Parkour a game? I mean, I know what Parkour is. I didn't know if it was
there a game
about
called
Parkour or if there is a game called Parkour.
I would take this because I don't know if there's a specific like indie game or something on Steam called Parkour. We did the Flagpole song a couple years ago. That is a music video that has a bunch of parkour scenes in it. I like watching parkour, but I don't think we're not setting up any specific parkour videos right now. Probably because none of us really do it, which is a shame. It'd be fun. Do you want to do parkour with me?
No.
No.
I'll let you do that.
What?
I'll sit on the couch and read a book while you do that.
Okay. All right. Just sit and get more levels in Overwatch.
Yes.
Get more loot boxes while I'm not parkouring.
That will be
I'll
perfect.
come back and
I
you'll
can catch up with
have
you.
passed me.
One can only hope.
All right. What other questions? Totally Five Nights at Freddy's lover. Likes your shirt, by the way.
It's a good shirt, guys. You can get your own. Did you guys know that?
I think it's in the description.
Oh, good.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I hope it is. I suppose we should hit this one probably now.
Are we?
Or unless you wanted to just... I think it's worth recapping, basically.
Okay.
All right, so question was from Noob Master, who I've seen in some of the other chats as well. So worth answering again. What happened to Sparrow was the question. And the answer is there's a security breach. She got onto a computer that didn't belong to her, signed into an account that wasn't hers, used its access to delete things off of random encounters. She's no longer working with us. That is what happened to her. And, it is what it is. So she's put up videos about some of the reasoning why she did that. Not going to deal with the personal side of, whether that was right or wrong, other than as a business, we decided that can't happen. So it's not going to happen again. And that's what happened to Sparrow.
Don't get up there, cat.
There we go. We have a super chat that just came in. Who wants to read it?
Rainbow Magic says, "Hi, do you remember me from the last live stream?" And actually, I think I do.
Rainbow.
I remember the username. I apologize because I'm not sure I can remember anything you said, but I remember seeing
The
it.
username?
Yeah.
Sometimes, that or the picture or what we remember. Like, again, there are people that we see pretty frequently in the chat or on the channel even sometimes.
And it's cool. Like, we love seeing
is.
repeats. Like, people coming back and spending time with us is awesome.
Yeah.
So please come back more often. We will get to know your names more. Like, it is something we like to do.
Definitely. And if you're a new person, that's okay. We'll get used to you. So don't be afraid to come in for your first time.
Absolutely.
It's going to be great. And I know there's a couple of you here that are here for a first time. So welcome to all you first time encounters. What was... What's a game... Sorry. Let me read. Awesome Gamer 357. What's a game that you want to make a musical? This is interesting because sometimes we've been making musicals based on more like what we think you guys want us to make one of. Because we want to make sure that it's something that we're delivering that our audience is actually asking for and not, something obscure that we just think is really funny. If you could do anything, what's a game that you would turn into a musical?
It's something that we're probably going to do in the future, but I still want Overwatch. But Overwatch is something that we actively want to do. It is on our mind. We're not confirming that we're doing it or anything like that. It's just costumes for that game are really hard. So it's one of those things that's like, we want to do it, but it's going to be a while probably before we do it because it's going to be like a slow process of getting costumes slowly.
Yeah.
Like when we were at Sabacon. That's what it's,
Yeah, Sabacon.
We were at Sabacon. We bought like a Soldier 76 mask and a Reaper mask because we're like, we might use these eventually in the future.
And they're cool looking masks.
What's a game, Miss Gwendolyn, that you want to see made into a musical?
I mean, it's not so much a game as it is a game. Undertale, I'd love to go back to and do.
I was like, is it the Game of Thrones?
No.
Is that what you want?
No.
Undertale?
Yeah, as soon as I got to the like spaghetti date with
Papyrus.
Papyrus, thank you. I was like, not Sans, the other one. With Papyrus, I was like, this would make a really cool Valentine's Day thing, and it would be fun.
You're right. Oh, that would be fun for Valentine's Day.
And, like,
Oh, that'd be cute.
I would love to see that happen, but I have no idea. Like,
Spaghetti date.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be adorable. I don't know how to do papyrus really. Like I've seen cosplayers that pull it off really well. But like on
Yeah,
our
but
channel,
he's hard.
we've always used him as an actual like just like a skeleton.
yeah.
So it's kind of weird to be like, how do you make that happen? We could probably do it though. I'm gonna keep that in mind. That would be really cute. And we haven't done Undertale in
In a while.
yeah, it's been a couple years. I'm still waiting for the day where we get to do Star Fox the musical. I think
Star Fox.
I think Star Fox would be a lot of fun to do as a musical number, like a space opera with like the Star Fox team, and you got like Wolf O'Donnell's team and stuff, and like obviously you've got like some cool villains, to
You
work
have a
with.
West Side Story, like back alley riff between
Exactly.
Wolf O'Donnell's team.
It could be really funny. But again, costumes. You're talking about like an entire fursuit battalion. And so, or you're talking about, Nate and I did a Star Fox video back in like junior high or high schoolers. And the costumes were literally, you've probably told them before.
Yeah, I feel like we talked about this maybe in the last.
They're like made out
episode.
of paper bags.
Oh, we
and
talked
stuff.
about it at the convention.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, I was like Slippy in it, and Slippy's costume was a deflated green dodgeball put over my head with a hat and like.
Sunglasses.
It was
No, you were
bad.
wearing the sunglasses under for the mouth. Yeah. So anyway, Star Fox would be really fun. Good question. Mystic Warrior had one here that we also missed. Who wants to read it?
I feel like it's
Question: what is each of your favorite evolution?
Since it's on Nate's shirt, we'll let him go first.
I like Glaceon.
Glaceon.
I'm partial to ice as an element and Pokemon in general. Like whenever I like in RPGs, whenever there's like ice attacks and stuff, I always go like the ice route because I just really like it.
Yeah.
But like Articuno is my favorite Pokemon, and Glaceon's my favorite evolution. I don't know where Glaceon is on here.
Someplace. Yeah, I can't actually tell.
I can tell some of them, but I can't.
Yeah. Is that it?
That might be it. Yeah. No, that's leaves.
Whoops.
Ah,
Anyway, I feel like mine is either not an evolution, it'd be just Eevee.
Aww.
Because Eevee's so cute. Or maybe Sylveon, because I like the little fairy bow tie and stuff. I don't know. To play with though, I usually would go with like Jolteon. I kind of like electric types. I feel like Jolteon's kind of cool and looks tough. So my Eevee in Pokemon Go is called Tata Muffin, and I refuse to evolve her because she's too cute. What about you? You have favorite evolution?
Okay, so I'm a lame person, and I have started playing my first Pokemon game ever, Pokemon When I'm on Moon. Like I didn't play them as a kid. I wanted to, but it just wasn't anything I ever like got. So pretty much my experience with evolutions is Pokemon Go, and Flareon is cute. I call him Muffin Man in mine, and I just like
What
him.
is it with muffins? Oh, what did I call mine? I have one too. Oh, Singe Puff. I named mine Singe Puff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Flareon is very cute. Good question. And now, actually, I want to bounce it back to you guys. What is your favorite evolution? I want to see, like, visually, if I can tell what the most popular evolution is. We've probably answered this one a few times, but I don't mind answering it again, if you guys don't. Okay, so, Tim Zagers, question. What should you be doing now if RE never existed? What should you be doing now?
Can I assume that would be wood?
yeah.
Probably.
All right, well, mine's super easy. If random encounters didn't exist, I would be doing pretty much what I'm doing right now, where I have another job. I go to it during the day, and then I'm done. I come see AJ.
Yay.
I want to say you probably wouldn't even know AJ if random encounters didn't exist.
It's fate. We'll believe that at some point he and I would have met.
I would probably still live closer to the middle of LA because I used to live like in LA rather than like on the outskirts. I might still live with Peter. I don't know. I guess I don't live with Peter now. So that's actually never mind. And I'd probably be working on film marketing, like movies and television marketing stuff, because that's what I was doing when I started Random Encounters, actually. I used to work on like editing movie trailers, which is fun because you get to see the movie before it comes out and it's not in theaters, but you're not allowed to talk about it. And some movies are so hyper private that you literally have to like under lock and key, like keep the office door shut when it's playing or when you're checking like the final version that you're gonna send to like Warner Brothers or Disney or things like that. So it's a really cool job, but it's really high stress and there are a lot of, heads will roll if something goes wrong. So that's what the last thing was I was doing before I started Random Encounters, and I probably would have kept that job and not left if I didn't start on YouTube.
I'd probably still be in New York because after we did Needle Mouse, I moved back to New York because I couldn't afford LA anymore. And the only reason I came back was because Random Encounters was making enough money that they brought me back. So I'd still be in New York working my normal multiple jobs. So
Such fun.
All right, so we got a bunch of evolutions here to pick through. What do we got? I see a lot of Umbreons.
Yeah.
There's lots of
Cool. I mean,
Umbreon.
Umbreon looks good.
Yeah, I was gonna say Umbreon is cool.
this cat looks like Umbreon.
Yeah, I see some Flareon though, love.
In case anyone's wondering, this is our new cat.
Oh yes, I'm sorry.
Her name is Penelope. She hasn't been on Instagram.
She doesn't show
She's
up.
really hard to take pictures of.
Oh my gosh.
She's like a black hole.
She likes to run away. But when Peter
we
and
go.
Sparrow moved out, they took the other 3 cats with them because obviously Gotham is Sparrow's,
Hi.
Toro is Peter's, and Theodore Sparrow kind of
Yeah.
attached to as well. So they took all 3 of them, and Mr. Mouse, who's AJ's cat, was here all alone, and he got very vocal
He
about how
was
sad
mopey.
he was.
Mopey
So
and sad.
I adopted another cat. I mean, we talked about it obviously, but I paid for her fees and everything, so she's officially my cat.
Yes.
But her name is Penelope. She's basically the opposite of Mr. Mouse. She's female and all black and floofy.
But still very derpy.
Yes, she's very derpy still. She's very like Mr. Mouse, just like nega Mr. Mouse or anti-Mouse.
Hi.
But she's also got very sharp claws and likes to climb on your shoulders.
Yeah.
She jumped on my back last night to try to get
At dinner?
to try to get some of the food at the table, and I don't know. I have holes in my spine
You shrieked.
now.
You were like, ah! It was like that. He just stopped and he was like, ah! Sorry if
She's
that.
very, very
Ruined
nice. She's just very playful.
Yeah.
She is. She's wonderful.
Oh, she got into more trouble last night. Actually, I was trying to do
Uh-oh.
the lyrics upstairs. She found we have like a styrofoam bowl with like some just loose like tacks and screws and stuff that I tried to put out of the way, but she found it and she like got her claw stuck in it. And so I tried to pull her out, and she dragged the whole thing with her off the
Yeah.
shelf and dumped it all over the floor. And I was like, "What are you doing?"
She's very curious and likes to get into things
Yeah.
as part of it.
And when it hit the floor because it was noisy, she freaked out and sank her claws. I was like, "Ah!"
Yeah, she got me good the first day we had her because I was showing her where the litter box was. But by the litter box was our washing machine, which was actively going because AJ was doing laundry, and she did not like the sound of it. And she like scurried up my shoulder and climbed on top of my head and dug her claws in. But she's nice. She's pleasant.
All right, so I pulled another question. Who wants to read it?
Derp the cat.
Oh my
asks, have you met Jacksepticeye? If so, can you collaborate with him?
Why is Penelope asking questions?
What?
Derpy
Oh,
cat is.
is Penelope? We have not met Jack, actually. Not, I think, in real life. We have emailed with him before, and we will collaborate with him. I don't think I can say more than that. But I'm excited because I know how much you guys love Jack, and you've been waiting to see a musical with him or something. He's been in a band. I think he played drums. So there's some musical, definitely gaming crossover there. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. I can guarantee that we will collaborate with him at some point. It will happen. What? Oh, one just popped up. What else? What else? This one I've been seeing a couple times. I'll read it. Turtle Storm question for Random Encounters. Have you guys ever played virtual reality? Like Oculus Rift or HTC Vive? If so, make a musical. Have any of you guys played a virtual reality game before?
I have not.
I've never played one.
I've tried one game, and I don't. It must have been at E3. I think we went to a little booth.
Probably.
Yeah, and it was like a horror game. There wasn't much to it. It was like you just keep looking around the room, and the room gets more scary the longer you're in it, and then you get like murdered at the end. So I got murdered in a room in virtual reality, and was like, "Cool, I'm probably not doing this again."
Yeah, I heard Resident Evil 7 was really good in VR,
Yeah.
but I don't speak for Gwen, but me and AJ always make fun of VR, so every time we see an ad for it while watching Survivor, we're like, man, I just want to stand there in a room and swing my arms around wildly. VR is just not something I am not personally interested in it.
Yeah.
It's just not, I don't know.
I still like a controller in my hands and a TV set in front of me. So for me, VR is, I don't know, maybe it'll grow on me. Probably depends on how it's being used. So
I honestly find AR more interesting than VR.
I agree. That is
Like
kind of more
AR,
interesting.
like Pokemon Go does it, but like if you ever got to the point where like Google Glass, you get like those and you
Yeah.
have altered reality in front of you. That's interesting to me.
Yeah.
Because you can create a lot of cool games in the real world.
Yeah.
And you're not like putting a blindfold basically on
Yeah.
your head.
Yeah, I
and
agree.
standing in a room waving your arms around. You're in reality.
Yeah.
Seeing alternate stuff.
Yeah,
Like,
I'd rather be able to like still be present in my environment rather than trying to cover over it.
Yeah.
So yeah, interesting. Anything? Any interest?
No,
Not really.
I don't like 3D movies, guys. Like, I don't feel the need to really engage with a digital media in that way. I am perfectly fine with real life being my reality.
Yeah, keeping a nice like wall between what's going on in there and what's yeah. I thought these were two interesting questions together, so I thought I might take them both at the same time.
Okay.
Who wants to read? I was going to start with that one, actually.
Okay, the Voodoo Mistress?
Yeah.
Okay, so Voodoo Mistress 606 says, are you planning on coming to Europe one day? Planning is maybe not the correct word, but wanting?
Hoping?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I'd go.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Europe would be super fun. I had a layover in Germany once, which is, well, I guess no, Greece is part of Europe. I've been to Greece. I really liked it. I would love to visit just about every other country there. So once,
I've never
definitely.
been to Europe, but I think it'd be really fun because there's a lot of cool places there, and I'm missing them all. I don't know about you.
I like to travel. I mean,
I
I don't have
talked about going.
I don't have the money to travel.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've talked about traveling, not to Europe per se, but I've talked about traveling out of the country. But yeah, it costs money. If there's a convention that happens in Europe and they would pay for us to come out there, we would jump aboard immediately.
Yeah.
Probably. So,
Yeah, a vacation to Europe to like meet fans over there would be awesome.
But for the
So-
most part, the most we spend on vacations is going down to Anaheim for Disneyland.
it's like, hey, we could
Because
drive.
We can
here.
afford it.
Yeah. But going back to back with that, Luke Vincent also asked, which of the three of you can speak French? A demonstration, if yes.
Do you speak French?
I can go, oh, oui, oui.
Oui, oui.
I say, sacre bleu. I can do that.
Stereotypical.
I don't know how
movie
to,
French.
yeah, I don't know actually how to say like anything in French at all.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure all of mine are movie lines too, but like a little bit more than that. Like, I Love Lucy taught me le crayon est sur la table.
The croissant is terrible.
Is that what it is?
No, it's the pencil is on the table.
Oh, this le croissant. The croissant is a terrible croissant.
Of course, Friends taught me Je m'appelle, which is my name is. I learned it from Phoebe, not Joey. Joey would say it completely wrong.
Okay.
But like, yeah, that's the extent of my French.
That's some French. You spoke some French.
Je ne sais pas.
Oh, my sister took French, and actually Peter says that one too, I feel like.
Probably. It's pretty common.
Yeah. I don't know. You know any French? Any French at all? No?
Like
No!
Oh,
oui, oui. I have been using a terrible French accent to make the color white sound like ouais. And then like when something is wet, also saying this is wet. So it's been really fun to just point at things and be like, the screen is wet. and then have to decide whether the screen is wet or white. That's been my game from now on. You can do it with other colors too, like this is bleu, which is blue, or like this is gris, which is green. And I'm sorry if that offends anyone French in here. It wasn't my goal.
Oh, Defender says we got a super chat again from RoboPlater asking.
I'm sorry.
I did not see that. Sorry.
Yeah. Thank you for pointing that out. And thank you to RoboPlater for the $2 super chat. And also asking, can you do Dead Island the musical? Like anything else, I think that any other games, it's a maybe. When it first came out, we actually thought about it because this channel, I think, was going before Dead Island initially was a thing. And I really was excited about the idea of the game. We haven't obviously done a musical yet, so it could still happen. It'd probably be like a Halloween kind of musical.
Probably.
Maybe if we can get to like go to Hawaii or something, write it off as like a business expense and film it at Hawaii. That'd be cool. Yeah, I don't know. Dead Island. Looks like a fun game. What else we got? Sorry, we did miss a lot of questions. Oops. Let's hit this one. Who wants to read?
Retro Beetle asks, would you guys ever consider letting fans send you auditions for voices?
We don't even have to consider it. It's possible. You can do it. So we've had people email us demo reels and things like that. It doesn't mean that we're going to do anything necessarily with them. I can pretty much guarantee we always check them out, though. So if you send something, it will probably be listened, and hopefully we'll at least respond back, tell you what we thought of it. Distance obviously is an issue, and then sometimes the logistics of trying to do a performance with somebody. Yeah, thanks. So we don't always have much to do with an audition, but we accept them. And, someday, hopefully, we have more of a capacity to be able to actually work alongside some of our talented encounters that, are doing their own cool projects or even want to do like covers of our own music or things like that. So who knows? You're always welcome to send it, and you can find our email address right on the YouTube channel. Don't be shy. It's fine. And don't beat yourself up about it either. We all start somewhere. So even if it's the first time you've tried sending something, don't be too harsh with yourself. Who wants to read this one? We got super chat.
Ashley Burkhead. Yesterday, thank you for the super chat, by the way. Yesterday was my 30th birthday. Oh, and my bearded dragon says hello.
Ashley Burkhead is one of our Patreon encounters and also one of the people that got us in touch about going to Sodak Con earlier this year. Yeah, so thank you, Ashley, for the many ways that you've contributed here on Random Encounters. And hello to your bearded dragon. Woo!
And happy birthday.
That as well.
Congrats.
And we'll extend that.
30.
I was going to say, we'll extend the happy birthday to anybody else who's having a birthday right now. Yeah. We just had 2 birthdays last month.
We did. Mm-hmm. Gwen turned...
Not to point fingers or anything.
6. Yes, I turned
You
6.
I turned 30 as well. I turned 30 on the 18th while we were in Vegas for Comic-Con.
That's right. We didn't have anybody sing happy birthday to you there, did we?
We didn't.
Aww.
But one of the art supervisor or whatever, I don't know what her official position was.
Yeah, one of the staff
gave me a picture that she drew of Diva that said happy birthday on it, which was totally unexpected, though. I assume AJ might have been at play behind that, which is on my Instagram, but nobody follows me on Instagram.
They came and asked. They were like, what can we get Nate for his birthday? What kind of things does he like? And I was like, you know what he likes? And she's like, I can make a custom one of those. I was like, okay. Yeah. So anyway, thank you again. And it's always good to see Ashley and many of the other people that we've seen around on our chat. So, sure, why not? Riley O'Donnell. Question, is there a chance for another Rhythm Thief? That's an old musical. Good on you. That's like not one of the most popular ones either. Sega only made one game, which is kind of a shame because it was kind of a cool game. And we had a lot of fun doing a story kind of musical for it. I don't think there will be a second one because unless there's another game that comes out, we probably aren't going to do a second musical for the same game.
That one too, didn't
They did, yeah. It was like a very last minute project, Aaron Weber at Sega was like, hey, we've got this little game coming out. We're pushing it. It's competing with like the Final Fantasy rhythm game, and like we're the underdog, but we've got a cool storyline about an art thief and Napoleon's back from the dead, and like it's a cool game. Would you guys do something? We want to push it hard. And we were like, that sounds like a really cool game. Like, sure, we'll give that a try. So probably not doing a second one unless Sega decides to do a second one, but go check out the musical if you haven't seen it. It's kind of fun, and it uses the game's music, actually, because it has a really good soundtrack that's like jazz. What else we got? Hey, Nate. Lizzie Twyman Gaming for Life wants to know, why is your cat so cute?
I don't know.
You have no explanation for this?
Because I picked her.
Oh, that made her cute.
I was like, this cat is a cat. I like this cat. Let's get this cat.
As opposed to this cat is a dog, like Mr. Meows.
Mr. Mouse is a cute dog.
Sure, let's do this one. That's a really nice question. And I'll ask it. And actually, we'll make Nate ask it.
Oh my.
Becky Vlogsome asks, Gwen, what did you do to get where you are? You are super talented.
I felt like it was going to be pandering if I said it to her.
What did I do to get where I am? I was very lucky that I grew up in a house full of people that like to sing. My sister especially. She actually went to school for music, specifically voice. She also plays piano. She plays violin. She plays guitar. She's awesome. I just basically practiced with them growing up, and that was fun. I actually went to school for creative writing, which is an entirely different thing. So I feel weird when I get questions like this because I didn't so much work. I didn't consciously work hard to get where I am. I just happened to practice a lot as a kid, and I should have practiced more.
Sometimes you just don't know.
That
You
sort
don't
of goes
expect
for
it.
us too. Like
Yeah.
we went to college for film, which sort of ties into what we do, but we certainly didn't
Didn't do music.
go
or
for
theater
music
stuff,
leaning.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was an unexpected.
Yeah. So none of us exactly expected to be doing what we do now.
Yeah, but thank you. I'm really glad that people have been so incredibly welcoming and been very complimentary of the last musical. I had a lot of fun with the last musical. It was awesome. But yeah. Practice.
You are super talented in many ways. But
Thank you.
it is funny. Yeah, your sister has so much more musical
I know,
experience.
I feel-
Yet you're the one that's like, hi, I'm on the internet singing.
I feel a little bad about that, to be honest. My sister Jessica.
Maybe we'll bring her in. Put her in a musical.
That would
sometime.
be fun. That would be a lot of fun.
Maybe.
Can we do a duet? I like
a
duets.
duet? That would be cute. You guys both have pretty good voices. We should put you both.
You just have to find a game that has
Two
two
girl.
female characters. That's hard. A video game with two female. It was like Uncharted: The Lost Legacy.
Yeah. On a different note, Totally Five Nights at Freddy's lover wants to know, what would you guys do if you were a Cuphead for a month?
I would make a deal with the devil,
Though that's not a very good idea.
and then I would beat him to death.
It worked out okay for him, I guess. So.
I honestly would think of myself more as a mug man.
You're more of a mug man than a Cuphead?
I drink a lot of coffee, so I'm definitely a mug man.
Okay, all right. Do you have anything creative you would do with your head while it was a cup? Yeah, I feel like you get really heavy if you actually fill it up with something.
Probably.
I'd probably carry groceries home in my head at least once. I go out, do my shopping, put the
I would
bags in my
put-
head, and walk home like this, going.
I'd put nacho cheese in my head and then use tortillas to eat it out.
That'd be really
It'd be
inconvenient.
really greasy because it'd be like eating out of your brain.
It would be. I don't know. Do you have a?
I feel like I would finally be hydrated for once in my life. I would just keep it full of water and be constantly drinking it. It would be great.
Okay.
I don't know.
Is it weird to drink out of your own head?
Probably.
Yes. It's
I mean, is
highly
it weird to drink out of someone
irregular.
else's head?
More so. Who wants to read it?
Chris Buchanan,
Super chat, by the
Super
way.
chat.
Thank you so much, Chris.
a musical based off of a 2K sports game. Anyone?
I think the lull at the end is well
Lull.
deserved.
Maybe.
I was gonna say I can't count it out. Is there a specific like sport that we would want to do a musical about? Or a specific game, but I feel like the games are pretty legitimately like 2K makes a lot of actual
I don't know.
sports games.
2K Sports, those games are all like legit sports games from what I know.
I'd go for an NBA Jam.
Yeah, I feel like
think.
NBA Jam would be a musical that would be more,
splits
or like
the
Sega
difference.
Soccer Slam, or it's.
Yeah, that one's so obscure.
It
though.
is so obscure, but like those more off the wall sports games.
Yeah.
As opposed to like
What was,
I'm playing an actual athlete.
what
kind
was
of thing.
the NFL Blitz? Was that the one where you could kind of like hit people like outside of the boundaries
Mutant
of
football was a game on the Sega Genesis. I think.
Okay. So yeah, we'd probably go with something more like arcadey and not very realistic, just to like bring out more of the silly qualities of it. But yeah, if we're gonna do a serious one that like is a 2K sports game, I wouldn't know where to start. We'd probably go for something easier or something more popular. Darn. If we did one, it would probably be based on if there was a weird trend going on, like more meta, like a controversy with who's on the cover, or can't think of, maybe if there was a weird cheat mode that somebody discovered and went viral on the internet, that like a big heads kind of thing, and everyone was making fun of it. Maybe we'd make a musical about something like that. So it'd probably be something really weird and not so much like an actual accurate representation. I don't know. If that's something you guys all want, feel free to tell us, and
Oh, boy.
we'll pay attention. Let's see. Oh, before I forget, I want to thank our moderators, because we do have 2 moderators in here that you've probably already noticed, Nefenjo and Aiden.
Mm-hmm.
I always forget if he goes by Lathias or Aiden in here. One day I'll remember. Okay. Yes, there he is. Yes. So, Nefenjo and Aiden, longtime encounterers and also kind of longtime moderators at this point, know what they're doing, so thank you to them, and please respect them. You are free to ask them questions as well, because they are super knowledgeable and super interesting people as well. You can get a nice feel for what it's like to be part of the community talking to them.
Dylan Roll asks, question, Gwen, what was your favorite episode of The Shovel Werewolf?
Oh, that is fun. It's probably Zelda. Like, first of all, Zelda is a ridiculous game. What is that, Wand of Gamelon that we did?
Good.
Yeah. It's, completely ridiculous. Had a lot of fun, like, watching that episode and seeing, like, the jokes that Nate wrote for that one. But also, like, guys, I got to be Rambo. That
Your
was
childhood dream of being Rambo.
It was ridiculous and it was fun, and I will probably never get to be Rambo again because I'm not a Rambo kind of person. But I had a lot of fun with that.
I suppose we can extend that. What is your favorite episode of The Shovel Werewolf?
I get to pick one too. Ever?
Ever.
Oh, it's tough. I, like many of you guys, really like the Sonic 2006 episode. I thought that game deserved it. And then when Nate said, hey, will you hate me if I put a musical number in this? And I was like, no. So then, reading what he wrote down and seeing the gameplay with it was really fun. But actually, you know what other one was really fun? Mortal Kombat. The Mortal Kombat one is really fun.
Mortal Kombat was kind of, a breakout. Breakout being a loose term because the episodes still don't get that many views. But it has, like, the second most views, I feel like, of the season. Like, it's only behind Sonic. It's above all the others. And it was kind of weird to me because I thought, like, GoldenEye, granted, would get more views because people are more interested in GoldenEye. But I think Mortal Kombat Mythologies is a known bad game. Like, I know the nerd has reviewed it.
Watching all the deaths at the end is really fun for me. Like, he just dies from, like, everything in the game in, like, not even 2 minutes. It's, like, 30 really seconds or less.
And Peter made a really fun song for that, too.
That's true.
Like, I wanted to use the Mortal Kombat theme from the movie for the end, and originally we were contemplating whether or not we should just use that, but then Peter's like, no, I can whip something together, and it's a fun riff on it where Peter did the vocals for that of test your patience, and then instead of naming all the Mortal Kombat characters like the song, it names all the bad games he's played, like Goosebumps, Six Flags.
Yeah.
So that was a fun I like that episode. It was fun.
Do you have a favorite episode?
It's hard. You can't pick your favorite with all your babies.
Exactly.
Zelda, I think, was really fun. It's one of those games that we still quote how bad that game is. I feel like it's got staying power. I don't think we quote we do quote Duck Dynasty a lot though too.
True.
We don't come on, John Luke. And Zelda was really fun. As bad as that game was, I did somewhat have fun playing it.
Yeah.
Because of how bad it was. Every time I saw a cutscene, I'm like,
they're so terrible.
basically, in that episode, there are only maybe 2 to 5 cutscenes in the actual game that you don't see in that episode.
Yeah, he used like all of them.
I used like all of them
terrible.
because they're so funny and so stupid.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Good question. Also, my new favorite is going to be the Christmas episode when it comes out because I'm going to be in it.
ooh, we've got another super chat.
I was going to
Yeah, we
say,
could
I
do
should
2
use
of
these.
them.
Okay, so Sedona Newman, thank you for your contribution. And you said Phoenix Wright and Franbo are my favorite. And also, thank you for the love. I think both of those are really good musicals.
Oh, yeah, they're great.
I had a lot of fun working on each of them. Although Phoenix Wright was a lot of work, huh?
Phoenix Wright was. We're gonna lose this one soon, but
Sure.
Phoenix Wright was has a lot of VFX work. That's when I learned After Effects. I kind of got my beginnings in After Effects doing Tingle because Tingle was like something I worked exclusively on,
Yeah.
and then I transferred all that knowledge over to Phoenix Wright. So
Made good use of it. Captain Fido also super chatted us. Ever plan a Beard origin musical or series where we see family or backstory or such? It'd be funny and awesome to watch. Oohs everywhere. Thank you for the super chat.
Does the beard have a family? Are they all beards?
Thank you for the interesting question. Now I'm thinking about it.
Because like the beard implies he's the only one. Are the others like mustaches? Is he an
the
outcast?
mustache.
No, we joked about him having a rival named the Mustache that he can't like stand. So the evil mustache and then the beard, and they're
Aw.
like enemies.
What about goatees and mutton chops? And
The mutton chop. That sounds like an actual villain.
The neck beard. That's like his cousin. That he is estranged cousin.
Yeah. I think the beard is like his own entity. I don't know that he has family or anything. I don't even know what he is exactly still. He's really just some weird creature that exists.
It's true. He's a lot more polite on Random Encounters because he was originally conceived as kind of a horror villain.
Yeah.
He chased a guy around and
Took his
flew
hat.
at him and took his hat. I mean, he was still a
Wore it.
playful horror villain, but
Yes.
he definitely made Chase. Now he's kind of...
He just made people uncomfortable.
Yeah, he makes
He
people
still does
uncomfortable.
that.
Sometimes he shows up, he's just trying to live his life, and Professor Layton's digging through his car.
Yeah, it's true.
It's like...
Yeah, nowadays he's much more sympathetic. In the old days, he went out of his way just to like stand too close to you and like smell weird and things like that. Yeah, I don't know that there's gonna be a real origin story for him, but we have discussed one where you find out he's like a lab experiment that like escapes or something like that. So who knows? No current plans to do something like that. But you know what? Fan fiction is always fun to read. So if you want to write a story about how the beard came to be or make a comic series, send it to me. I want to read it. How are we doing on time?
by
the way.
10 minutes.
10 minutes?
Yeah.
Wow, we got through actually what feels like a lot today. How about we hit Carmen Wong's question here? Who wants to read?
Oh. Carmen Wong says, "Can you make more series of Phoenix Wright?" Would you guys do that again? Like, I know they worked for a long time on that, guys.
It's
Like,
a little long.
there was a lot of green screen. There was a lot of characters. There was a really long script.
Well,
Dr. Hottie Origins. That's what it is.
he's been pushing for more Dr. Hottie.
Dr. Hottie. Yeah, we need a 6-part mini-series about the origins of Dr. Hottie.
With a bunch of songs. Like,
Why is it so itchy?
yeah, why is it so itchy? It was a fun project to like work on like a story for, and the characters in the games are so good that like it would be enjoyable. I don't think we're gonna do another one just because it was so much work, and the cast is huge, and we'd probably have to have more people come in the next one. So it's unlikely. I think the Phoenix Wright musical that we did is probably a good standalone, representation of the series.
You can go rewatch that one. I do that all the time. That one's fun.
is long, but it has a lot of songs in it. We learned from the FNAF musical that we should like try to overload a little more on the music side as much as we could. So it's a little bit 3 episodes, 7 songs rather than 5 episodes and 5 songs.
Yeah.
I thought I saw another one I was going to jump on, and I don't remember. You know what? The odd light bulb. Can all of you guys say in Nugget's voice, "It's over 9,999,999 nuggets"? I think I'm supposed to scream that, though. I said it. Does anybody else want to say it?
No. So
The answer is no, not all of us can. Only I can say, "It's over 9,999,999 nuggets." I said it. She can't stand that voice.
So what you guys don't know is every time he does a weird voice for a video, it like stays. It leaks into his personal life. The Tattletale voice, the Nugget voice, the new one he's gonna do for Shovel Werewolf, it all just sticks around and bleeds into everyday life. And some of them are really funny for a week. And then some of them he creeps up behind you and uses the voice, and all of a sudden you're like, I don't want to be here.
I don't want to be here. That make me sad.
I don't want to live on this planet.
I remember what I was going to do. Really quickly, about Cuphead and the fact that it, in the teaser, was supposed to come out in November. It is now December. There's not a Cuphead musical yet. So a couple things happened. One is that Peter moved out and Miss Bird moved out, and that transition has been taking a little bit of a toll on everybody involved. So for Peter and for me doing the animation side of things right now, he and I both have had some other business that we have to figure out. We also have a huge cast. It's a lot of people that are doing voices in it because I don't think we've ever had this many characters in one music video, which is awesome because Cuphead has amazing characters. So I don't want to spoil it. There's a lot of characters and there's a lot of people doing the voices for them. So we're still working on trying to get everybody recorded for it, in addition to animated for it. And then one other question that's been coming up I've been seeing is, why would we keep working on other musicals instead of just stopping everything and only doing Cuphead the musical? And I understand that might be frustrating to be like, I didn't ask for a Little Nightmares musical. I only want Cuphead.
But you got Little Nightmares, so.
You got a Little Nightmares musical. If we were to shut down the channel and only work on one musical at a time, especially a big one like Bendy or Cuphead, you would end up losing a lot of cool music videos over the years. Something like Determined to the End was a music video that got made during the production of something else. Something like Arms of a Fighter would not exist on the channel. It wouldn't be here anymore if we only worked on one thing at a time. And Little Nightmares is another one. I think Vaults of Fallout, possibly People of Smash Brothers. A huge number of the videos on our channel were things that we tried to be able to make in the meanwhile while doing a big project. And part of the reason you can go check out Game Theory and listen to some of Matt Pat's theories about the YouTube subscription feed and the algorithms. And the way those work are, if you stop making content for too long, by the time you upload Cuphead the musical, no one will be notified. It would go up and no one would be told there's a Cuphead musical. And people would go, 5 years later, they'd find it and say, how long has this been here? I wasn't told. So rather than having you guys find out 5 years from now that it came out, we keep the channel active and we do what we can to keep working on Cuphead while putting up other stuff. And at least one musical every month is a good way of making sure you guys know we still care about you. We're still working on things. So yeah, I'm sorry. I know you'd like it sooner. We're doing what we can to balance all of the plates all at once.
And when it comes out, it's gonna be good, guys. Like, I am not working on any of it. They're doing it, but
You say you're not working on it. I was thinking of you doing a voice for it.
oh, I might be working on it. I don't know yet. But I haven't worked on it yet, and everything I've heard of it is really cool, guys. So
Yeah, like I said, the cast is really excellent too. So stay tuned for it. I know you've been waiting a while. It's underway, and it's taking a lot more because we bit off maybe more than we can chew, just like Bendy. But the thing is, like Bendy, we didn't see somebody else on the internet already doing, a stop motion, Bendy musical. So we said, well, we can do it. We should take 3 months and do it. Now we're doing the same thing with Cuphead. Nobody's made this big musical number about Cuphead with all these characters. We can do it. Let's do it.
You want to do
And here we
song?
are. Yeah,
You okay with that one?
I'm fine with it.
Okay. Ludicrous Seal, I assume.
Yes.
Question: since Miss Bird and Peter moved out, does that mean they won't be in the musicals as frequent?
Miss Bird won't be in them at all.
Yeah, Miss Bird won't be in anything.
Peter is actually going to be in the next one.
Yeah.
So you have both ends of that spectrum.
Peter will still be in them as frequently as he was before.
Yeah.
So
Until he decides if he wants to change that. But right now, he's scheduled to be filming another musical with us, I think, Monday. So yeah, hopefully you're not going to see a real change of how much Peter's on the channel because he co-runs Random Encounters. You know, he's one of the original people, and he has done a great job. We all love his voice.
Oh, he's
We
good.
listen to it as much as we can. But Peter would prefer to sing in them than to act in them generally. So we're also still trying to find the best ways of using the things that he likes doing the most and not force him to do stuff that he's like, about.
And if you're looking to hear Miss Bird's voice, because she does also have a really good voice, she's doing music over on her channel.
Yeah.
And she is working on that a little bit more than she was when she was busy with Random Encounter stuff.
Yeah.
So feel free to go over there and listen to her music. I'm sure she would love to see you guys over there.
Yeah. So, good question. Excellent. Who is better? Asks Princess R. Cuphead or Mugman?
I mean, effectively, don't they play the same?
I mean, yeah, but Mugman is taller and his eyes are different and he's blue.
Okay, he's a reskin of Cuphead.
No, he's not. He's a different character.
there's-
Also, he's, I think, more judicious with like his decision making. He's shown to be the one that's like, oh, gambling might be a bad idea. Oh, maybe we shouldn't bet it all against the devil. He's probably smarter as well. Cuphead's a little impulsive. I say all these things, but
Okay,
you know, I think I like
so
Cuphead better.
Okay, so you like Cuphead
Cuphead's a
better?
little bit more rascally.
You
I like
can be on
that.
Team Cuphead and we'll be on Team Mugman just for fun.
All
We
right.
saw pretty good, decent cosplays of those.
We did.
When we were at Sabacon,
Cosplayers,
there
yeah.
were two cosplayers as Cuphead and Mugman. They were, it was really the heads that were the feature, because the body was obviously just like a turtleneck with
Yeah.
some shorts, which is basically Cuphead and Mugman.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what are you gonna do?
But they came in with like full-on cup heads, basically. Mm-hmm. Walked through the casino.
I want to hear from you guys. Who's better, Mugman or Cuphead? We'll find out. The real test. Who's the best? I'm excited. I think it's gonna be Cuphead.
Link8304 Gaming in Hyrule. Question: AJ, do you have enough amiibo yet? How many closets are full of amiibo at this point?
I keep them out on display, actually.
He's actually got 4 that I picked up for him that he hasn't opened yet.
And I got 4 more upstairs in my room that I also haven't opened yet because I realized you opened the Mario Odyssey ones before I did because you bought some for Shovel Werewolf. And I realized I came upstairs and I was like, oh, I still have some of these and they're in packages because I never opened mine.
Aww.
Yeah. So anyway, now that I know that, I should just pay you for yours and return mine probably. Be
I
like,
don't have mine anymore. Gwen, I gave it to Gwen.
oh, that's right. Well, either way, since I'm marrying her, I get to keep her amiibo.
That's how that works. And it's only 1.
I only love you for your amiibo.
Well, joke's on you. I only love you for yours.
Oh!
I get the better deal. I only have one, guys.
Well, let's just combine our amiibo, okay?
Okay.
All right.
I like that.
What else we got? I like Cuphead more. I saw it. Cuphead! I saw it. Cuphead. Team Mugman. Oh.
Yeah.
Well, the game's not called Mugman, is it?
It's true. It is biased.
Hi, the Beard. I do remember you. We had a conversation on the Little Nightmares musical.
What?
Yeah, the Beard.
The beard.
Was it like, ooh, 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 and then you typed like, ooh, ooh, ooh,
he
ooh.
used real words.
Real words?
He asked why I stabbed him, and I may have thrown you under the bus and told him it was your idea.
What?
So
Don't
He
hurt
may
me,
not
the
be able to
beard.
speak, but the beard is an excellent typist.
That's true. His keyboard only has O's on it, so everything he types is ooh, but it actually makes real like sentences. Oh, I like this. People are asking if you can play Baroness von Bonbon in the Cuphead musical.
I don't know, guys. I don't know any of the characters. I haven't played the game. He did.
Well, the funny part is there's very limited voice acting in the game because it's, you know, it's like a platformer.
Yeah.
Without like cutscenes really. So you kind of get to decide what Baroness von Bonbon sounds like.
Oh,
Someone with a name like that, what do you think she might sound like?
Baroness von Bonbon. I'm pretty sure is either Russian or German, and that's how. Let's make her Russian. That would be
I was
fun.
gonna say, she only has like 1 or 2 lines in the song. Although she sings with groups too, so we'll see.
But is she one of the ones you already recorded? I don't remember.
Nope.
Okay.
Ooh.
No, she isn't. So
She's still up in the air, guys.
She's up in the air. Maybe we'll take your advice and cast Gwen as Baroness von Bonbon. I have to make sure that my phone's on. Okay. Let's do one more question, and then we'll wrap up, because we do have a musical shoot coming up on Monday, and we actually haven't finished the Christmas special of Shovelware Wolf either, so there's a little bit more to film of each of them. And by the way, thank you guys all for coming today to our live chat. It's been awesome to see you and to talk with you a little bit. We do these the first Saturday of every month. So the next one will be January, I don't know what.
Oh my goodness.
Hopefully not the New Year's Day, because people are busy and sleepy and stuff then.
I don't think so.
And here are the phones.
No, New Year's Day
Oh,
is
okay.
a Monday, so.
So the 6th of January is the next
6th
one.
of January
Okay.
will be our next live chat.
We'll see you guys next year. Holy cow.
Oh, that's weird to be like, I'm not going to see you for like the rest of the year.
Unless you live in Chicago. Oh, we're gonna be at a convention in Chicago.
Thank you.
From the 15th to the 18th.
15, 16, 17 are
Yeah,
the dates
15th,
of the
16th,
convention.
17th. Con
Yeah.
Alt Delete in Chicago. Us 3 will be there.
Yes,
So
we can do this with you
come
in
meet us.
person. That'll be great. I could do the Nugget voice in person for you. That was an iffy one. You're right. Steph should have been Nugget. We'll just send Steph. We'll send Steph to the convention instead. She won't mind,
We won't.
right?
Don't-
Matt won't mind. She'll
might
probably.
mind.
He'll probably mind. They'll both probably
We
mind.
not
We should
pick
leave
on
her
Steph.
alone and
Like,
not.
let's-
Yeah.
Let's not do that.
Okay, well, let's not do that. So the 3 of us will be in Chicago mid-December, 15, 16, and 17. You can go register for the convention. I think it's ConAlt.
Delete.
Yeah, basically. That's the name of the convention.
Oh.
The website's like ConAlt DEL or something like that, I think.
Okay.
Just Google Con Alt Delete.
Do it.
You'll probably find it.
Yeah, it's going to be exciting. And we're not the only guests there. I believe there are even other YouTubers. I think Gaijin Goomba might be there. I have to look at their guest page again. But
Or you can look at their guest page and see if any of your favorites are going to be there and meet us in Chicago.
yes, that'd be super fun. So if you're in the area at all and you want to hang out, please take a look at your schedule and your finances. See if you can afford to spend a day or two at a convention and come say hi. Because we're doing like 4 panels.
5? Well, four and an autograph signing.
Yeah, I think so.
Thank you, Chandler
So-
Edwards, for that super chat.
Yes, thank you.
Random encounters for the win.
For the win! More like for you for the win. For you for the win. People
What?
don't say that, do they?
No.
You for the win is the proper. Either way, you for the win, Chandler. Thank you for supporting us. And did we actually hit a
We didn't
last
do
question?
one more question.
Yeah.
So let's find a juicy one.
A nice juicy one. A nice juicy one. A nice juicy question. People are asking about the Cuphead date. I don't want to use that as the official
No,
question.
don't do that.
Somebody else look, and I will reiterate again for anybody who somehow has missed it during this live chat. We don't have a specific date for Cuphead because we're still recording our cast, which is enormous, bigger than I think anything we've done. And it's got some people you're going to recognize in it. We are still working on animation because they're all animated, and it's Peter and I animating the entire thing ourselves. We're not even animators, really, so it's a lot of work, and I'm sorry that we put out a date and didn't meet it. That's life on YouTube, I feel like. All of us YouTubers are constantly telling you that we're going to do things, and then we don't do them.
Oh, no.
And then we cry ourselves to sleep. This is like the Markiplier story.
Well, I mean-
I feel like once a month I see Mark put up a video like, hey, I'm sorry I didn't put up the videos.
Remember, waiting a few months for Cuphead is not as bad as the people who waited 5 years for Phoenix Wright.
You're right. Our
shots
legacy
fired.
is working in our favor. Fast.
Yes, it took 5 years for Phoenix Wright.
Yeah, or
So-
FNAF Night 4. Poor people waiting for FNAF the
Yeah.
musical because
So-
we were like teased it, cliffhanger, and then like 8 months later we finally get FNAF Night 4 and 5 together, and then we didn't even finish it. They watched Nights 4 and 5 like, oh yes, they finished it, and then they're like, it's not finished. Pat breaks through the wall, and what happens next? I don't know. And then they had to wait another like month or two. So yeah, I'm sorry. We bite off more than we can chew. We want to do the very best things that we can for you, and we know that our channel is one of the few that will bite off that much at once. And it takes us a lot longer usually than we hope it will. But we've been trying, so we'll see. But our goal is to do Cuphead. You know, it's probably realistically going to be January. I want it to go up this month. I want you guys to have it before the end of 2017. But probably it won't be out
This is
until
a busy
next year.
month.
Is this juicy enough to handle?
in life and in like we're busy with a Christmas musical. We're doing the Shovelware Wolf Christmas episode. We have a convention to go to.
Yeah.
And then
I've
me and
seen
AJ are going
family,
home
yeah.
to visit our families for Christmas.
Not for very long. I'm flying back on Christmas
Yeah,
Day.
we're gone for about
You're
a
free
week.
to pick me up, right?
Yes, I'm picking
But
you
still,
up.
that's a week and a half to almost 2 weeks. That is just convention family.
Oh, we're filming another musical while we're home too.
We are.
That's
Me and
right.
AJ are technically working.
Should we reveal that musical?
Do you want to reveal that musical? Are you willing to commit to something that you?
All right. I will tell you the tentative plan because there's only like a few hundred of you in here, right? All right. So you guys are the only ones that can hold us accountable for having said this publicly. You're like, this is a bad idea. What are you
I mean,
doing
we can
for?
preface it with me and AJ. Our hometown is kind of a boony, middle of nowhere kind of place, especially where AJ lives. It's really out in the woods.
It's literally
and
the
it's going to be
woods.
winter.
And
There might be snow on the ground there. I don't know because our central New York weather is really fickle.
Yeah. So basically, what we're trying to say is, it seems like the right time to film a Don't Starve musical. So that's in the plans right now. We didn't confirm it earlier with all the things we're working on because we literally haven't done any work on it yet. And yet, if we're gonna be home in a place that has really good woods and snow and things like that, and it seems like, you know, a project that would make sense to do there, we figure maybe it's the right time to try.
It's also
shooting that.
because it's something we can do while we're visiting family that's still productive so that when we get back from vacation,
we'll have work.
I can edit that or Peter can edit that while Cuphead can immediately go into
Keep
production
going, yeah.
if it's not done yet.
I will probably be working on Cuphead on Christmas Day. I will probably get back and start animating again or whatever, you know, we're up to at that point. So anyway, we can't confirm that, but it's something we're talking about doing, and I think it'd be a good idea if we can do it. So teaser of another musical, maybe. I don't know. All right. Do we have a juicy one? You had one.
You guys didn't ask particularly juicy things. I'm just gonna say.
I mean,
Oh,
we could just go with the one. I don't know who asked it. A lot of people have actually asked it. What was your favorite musical to work on?
Yep.
Right? What's
Yep.
your favorite musical to work on?
Okay. Favorite musical ever to work on? I think I told people at the convention at Sabacon that my favorite musical to work on turned out to be Resident Enos, which is really funny. But working with Mark and Dodger was really fun because they're so talented. And that, like, we were filming it on a set that was built like by professional, you know, movie people. For the movie, it was a Guillermo del Toro
Crimson
movie.
Peak.
Thank you. Yes. So it was made on a Crimson Peak set, which is like a giant mansion. And to be able to walk in there with Mark and with Dodger and to, you know, start just doing this silly video where we like do nonsense. We put on tutus and marched around and we got to like eat flapjacks.
Throw a parade.
We threw a parade. We got to dump raisins in shoes. And it's like all the dumb things that we were allowed to do. But we also got to do like drama things. Like Mark got to throw me into a wall like 4 times. Like, and threaten to kill me. That's great. That's fun. Who doesn't want that? So yeah, I think Resident Enos, for as much of like a nightmare as it started out, because I wasn't even supposed to be Enos, and then I kind of had to be him. Things just kind of changed at the last second, and we had to throw it together. He was supposed to have fangs, and the fangs wouldn't stay in, so we filmed scenes with fangs, and then took them out and just kept filming without them instead because they wouldn't stay on. There were a lot of problems with it, and yet it was super fun. And the longer we kept filming, the easier it got to just rip through stuff in 1 or 2 takes. And then Mark or Dodger would say, "Can I try it like this?" And we'd be like, "Yeah, let's do it like that. That sounds brilliant." So yeah, super fun project. The second one was more work because we had to film outside in more days and people's schedules were harder. But they're really fun to work with, and those characters are super fun to act out. I could gush about Enos all the time. No confirmations about Resident Enos 3, by the way. I know you've asked. We can't guarantee it until Mark and Dodger say yes. So right now, we don't have yeses from either of them. But we also haven't been working on it a lot. Trying to get that. So what about you guys?
I said this at Sabacon as well. For me, my favorite music to work on so far was Sonic Boom.
Yeah. Okay.
It was one of those things where I was still in New York, working my normal menial job, and AJ got a hold of me and was just like, "Hey, do you want to get flown out here for a Sonic musical, play Eggman?" And I was like, "Yes, please fly me out to." I almost said Vegas.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Fly me out to Los Angeles for a week and let me be Dr. Eggman and get away from my just job, basically.
Yeah.
And it was fun to shoot. I mean, the one day we spent I was out in the little bunker behind the old place, foil taping everything with AJ to make a set, which, I mean, that set clearly got used a lot because you filmed Determined to the End there.
Yeah.
And vaults and stuff. And it was just fun. I got to see Casey again as Knuckles. I got to see Aaron Weber again.
We got to catch up with both of those guys,
Yeah,
actually.
I got to see Laura, which is Peter's sister who plays Amy. I got to see her again. So I got to kind of reunite with the Sonic team.
It was really fun.
And stuff. And it was fun to be out there. And Eggman is a fun character to play. So
That's a great one. What about you?
It's really a toss-up for me at this point between Senpai Noticed Me and My Own Little Nightmare. They were both like all-day shoots, which I don't know why. I think those are super fun. Probably because I haven't done enough of them yet.
Maybe.
But especially Senpai Noticed Me was just a ton of people and like a new and fun place for me, and it was very exciting.
Yeah, YouTube Spaces are a really cool spot to
Yeah,
film.
it's cool. And then Little Nightmares was a slightly smaller set of people. It was me and AJ and Peter in the garage all day. But both of them just super fun, super lighthearted, super. Wow, I said super way too many times.
That's okay. It was clearly super.
Yeah, I had so much fun with both of them. Like both of them were the kind of things that made me want to like come back and do it again.
I just noticed Frozen Shade apparently was at Sabacon and saw us. Hi, good to see you on the internet again. It's really fun to be able to do this. Hopefully some of you guys will be like this after Con Alt Delete and be like, I saw you in the hallways at Con Alt Delete. What's going on? It'll be like, hey, good to see you again. But on the internet.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess that was the last question. There was like two others that I just wanted to touch on briefly. One was, will you ever do a tour? Because I know Mark is doing them still. I know Nate Wants to Battle's been doing them and loves doing them. We don't have any plans to do that because we don't perform live. We're a video team. So even at conventions, we don't usually sing like in front of an audience very much. We are like the studio type of
we
people.
did it at SodacCon, but that might kind of be our last time doing that because we don't really do it. It's as a team that's used to being able to like mess up and stuff behind the camera a lot, being live and having to memorize songs. In the case of SodacCon, we didn't memorize them. We had lyric sheets because they were sung like I sang Bonnie's part in FNAF, which is like I don't know that part.
Yeah.
And it's stuff like that where you're playing characters you didn't play in the musical, and I don't really know the lyrics as well.
And like there's not a lot of time for rehearsals and things like that around their production schedule. Like they're pretty much always working on something, guys.
Yeah, we'll go to conventions. We like going to conventions. We like going out and meeting people. But as for like a tour, live performance kind of thing, probably not.
We don't have a recording video of Gwen from Little Nightmares. We could maybe one day in the future, but we didn't record that.
We didn't do that
on
this
video.
time.
Bendy Chapter 2, it's highly unlikely that's happening just because the first one took so long to make. And we only feel like we can stress you guys out for like a 3-month project, like once or twice a year. So probably not going to do another Bendy one like that. But we're really glad you guys liked it, even the Meatly, because obviously the song made it into the game, which is really cool too. So we feel like we can take that off our bucket list. We accomplished our goal and we can die happy now. And that's probably it for this time, I guess.
Yeah.
Again, sorry if we didn't get to your question. I know there were a lot of them, and there were some really good ones that we didn't get to. Hopefully we'll get to them next time. We also do comments videos, so if you have a comment or a question about a specific musical, feel free to leave a comment on it. And if we haven't done a comments video for it yet, like a newer one, we might, answer your question in one of those videos as well. All right. Is that it? Anybody got anything left to say? We're going to see you guys in Chicago in a couple weeks. That's super fun. Got a musical coming out for the holidays. Got Cuphead coming out as soon as we can make it. It's a lot of people and it's a lot of work, but we're determined to the end. And Shovel Werewolf is returning.
Shovel Werewolf wants your love.
Catch up on the Shovel Werewolf. At least watch season 2 again, because that really, I think, is a good starting point for the current thread that we're on. And you're going to want to keep watching it after the Christmas episode as well, because things are about to get weird. They're going to get really weird. Things are going to be so weird, I don't even know what I'm going to do with it.
I love you.
I don't.
All right. Guys, thank you again for coming to the live chat. I was like the video.
Yeah. We'll see you guys in a month.
Yeah, we will. Happy holidays to all of you. Stay safe. Have fun. Spend some time with family and friends. And Happy New Year. And we're going to beard salute out of here.
Oh,
Ready?
really?
Yeah, we are. Here we go. AJYJ, beard salute. Woo! Goodbye, my friends. Who's got the... Here, I'll give you the mouse.
Goodbye, my friends.
Goodbye, my friends. Good to see you all later.